Yo, yo, yo. What's good with y'all niggas, man? So, on this one, I just want to bust the one myth, right? About, you know, 1,000 fans, right? Because, a lot of guys, they already believe, right? That, you need to have at least 1,000 people, right? That you provide a service for, if you want to be financially free, right? But my own take, right, on the experience is different, maybe because of the environment, right? But regardless, I think it can apply anywhere, because we all have different kinds of people, but it's the same types of personalities, so it can be done anywhere, you know so this is my way, right? This is my how I see it working. Because if you're gonna think that you're gonna need 1,000 fans, then you might not even reach that level, whereby you have 1,000 fans. But for me, how it's working, right, is only, just having, like, for example, right now I only have, like, I have a lot, obviously, maybe like more than 20, right, that I provide a service for, once in a month, once in a week, right? So it pretty much, makes the same amount of money that I used to make when I was doing a 9 to 5, right? Because I actually quit, not actually a 9 to 5, but it was like a school plus work, more like an internship. So I still pretty much make that amount of money, but doing way less, right? And having a lot of time to myself, to optimize and etc., right? So now, since I left the job or the internship, I was on zero. No, actually, you know what caused me to leave the job was I noticed that I already had like 5 6 clients, right, that were pretty much consistent, right, which now I only provide for for only 2 of them out of that 6. The other 4, we went different ways. They went to find their own people, and I went on with my business. So now I found more, right? And the more, I go out and not necessarily go out and seek, but the more I filter out, right, the more genuine people I come across, like those you can call true fans, right? Or true clients. I'm talking about people that I literally saved their lives, right? So now when they look at me like this, they don't see just the service provider, they see somebody who was there for them when they needed help. That was outside of the work that I do, because me, I'm a healer, etc., etc. Boom. But like, just to get straight to the point, right? I said all that just to say this. You only need true, right, genuine people, that you can help genuinely, without necessarily thinking about money, right? You see, if you can help somebody without thinking about how much you can make out of that, then you're gonna find that 9 times out of 10, right, you're gonna get more than you expected, or that more that you would have get even if you would have tried to force it, so 1,000 fans, right, it works for people who are into social media, right? But when you come to real life, right, when you come to real life circumstances, you only need even 2-3 people, right, that you can be in cahoots with, right? You form a genuine, true relationship, and once you get that relationship on its toes, right, then the money starts to flow in. Because listen, I'm not talking about and besides, I don't want to get people lost. A lot of people, when I talk like this, right, they're gonna try to go out there and look out for rich people. I'm not talking about rich people, right? Because when you have that kind of mentality, you're gonna end up stealing things from people. What you want is to help people in a way that is effortless for you, that is natural, right? Because even me, when I say I saved their life, I didn't even break a sweat to do that. You understand? It happened naturally, right time, right place. That's how it happened. So the relationship took off from that. It's not like I went there and tried to make a relationship work. You understand? So the idea of 1,000 of those, right, is unrealistic. When you go outside of the social media, right? Because in reality, you don't need to go to 1,000 people in a day. You can reach out to as 1,000 people in a day. You know what I'm saying? You can only do that on social media. But in real life, you can only reach 3-4 people in a day. So that's what I mean right there. You only need a few high leverage clients, right? Whether it's door dashing, right, or whether it's washing cars. If it's high leverage for you, then you got your clients right there. Because for me, I used to make less money, right? When I dropped out of work, school, right? I used to make less money, right? You know why? It's because I went for clients, right, that were not necessarily high leverage. So how do you identify high leverage? It's basically true relationships, right? Genuine relationship where the give and take is equal. Those kind of relationships are always high leverage. You understand? And those that are less would be the relationships that you go for just to gain something, just to make a quick buck, things like that. But that's pretty much the point right there. 1,000 friends is a myth in reality, right? In social media, it can work, no doubt about that. But when you talk about real life circumstance, right, meeting with real people, looking at a real person in the eyes and telling them, I can do this for you, then you only need 3, 2, 5, cause you can't go to 1,000 people in a day, no matter how much energy you have. You understand? It's about leveraging your time and not your energy, because energy is always there. What is quantifiable is time. You understand? So think about that.